in the whole world, next to radio, of course. So Kenya, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me back. It's always a pleasure.
It's always great to have you. So pretend you're an entrepreneur and you have questions about intellectual property.
Gotcha.
What would those questions be?
So I think for myself, I would want to know, what are some examples of intellectual property?
Oh, good. Well, I'm a patent agent, so I really should not talk about trademarks or copyrights, so I'm just going to talk about patents. So, for instance, there are patents on usable things. So, one thing I was looking at a while ago, there's actually a patent on a tape dispenser. And, you know, the thing that you put the roll of tape in and pull it out. And it's really complicated, but that actually got a patent like 20, 30 years ago. So, anything like that you invent or improve significantly, you should get a patent on.
So it's pretty important to protect your ideas.
Absolutely.
Right. So there's 4 types of intellectual property, if I can just jump in here. There's patents, there's trademarks, there's copyrights, and there's trade secrets, right? Patents protect technology or ideas, trademarks protect brands, and copyright protects original artistic works. And trade secrets protect secrets. So regardless of the type of idea you have, it can usually be protected with some type of intellectual property.
And why do you think we need intellectual property law? I know this is like a loaded question.
Well, how else would I make a living?
Besides that.
Because lawyers like to fight.
Well, actually, intellectual property is established in the United States Constitution, and the founders thought that being able to protect original works, copyrights and protecting inventions through patents would help spur innovation in the country. So if somebody got a monopoly on their idea for a certain period of time, they'd be able to, through the patent or the copyright, they would disclose that to everybody else. They'd learn what the invention is, and other people could take that information and use that to promote the growth of technology generally. So by granting a limited monopoly for a certain period of time to exclusive use of the idea, it was thought that it would help promote technology in general.
Wow.
And the law part is important because patents are really worth a lot of money, and brands are too. And so if somebody is infringing your patent or infringing your trademark or your copyright even, that could be millions of dollars for some of these companies.
Gotcha. You know, I always confuse the difference between a copyright and intellectual property. So could you explain a little bit of some of the differences?
Sure. Intellectual property is just the umbrella term for the 4 types I just mentioned. So a patent is intellectual property, a copyright's intellectual property, trade secret's intellectual property, and a trademark's intellectual property. Those are all different types of intellectual property. So the copyright is something that protects artistic works, music, movies, artwork, photographs, and you get a copyright when the work is created. You don't even have to do anything, and you automatically have a copyright in the work. And you can enforce that in a court of law. You can register copyrights, but it's not strictly necessary. But the copyright automatically is created when the work is created.
Gotcha. Do